2 years ago, I hit rock bottom. No money, no income, no backup plan. Just this tiny room, a cracked phone, and a heart full of worry. I remember that exact night. I checked my bank account, and it said zero. Not even a single dollar left. I laughed for a second, but it wasn't funny. It was fear. Real fear. I had dreams. Big dreams. But dreams don't pay rent, and motivation doesn't buy groceries. I looked around my room and asked myself, is this it? Is this my life now? I had no job, no connections, no fancy degree, and, most importantly, no idea how to change things. I saw people online talking about making money, becoming successful, living life on their terms. But that felt like a different universe. I thought to myself, maybe success isn't for people like me. But deep down, I knew I couldn't stay stuck. I just didn't know how to move forward. Yet. That night, I made one decision. A small one. Not to get rich, not to become famous, just this. I'm going to try something different, no matter how small. I didn't know it then, but that was the first step, the moment everything started to change. No job? Fine, I'd find another way. No money? Then I'd learn how people make it online with nothing. No skills? Then I'd build them, one day at a time. I started asking myself the right question. What if the secret isn't working harder, but working smarter? And that's where my journey began. That night, something strange happened. I was just scrolling through my phone like usual, mindless, lost, and then, boom, this one video caught my attention. Some guy was saying, you don't need to work 80 hours a week to get rich. You need to stop trading time for money. I don't know why, but those words hit different. It wasn't the first time I'd heard them, but this time, they stuck. I sat up and thought, wait, what if that's true? I started digging, watching video after video. People were talking about passive income, digital products, affiliate marketing, freelancing, automation, AI tools, and they weren't millionaires in suits. They were regular people, teenagers, moms, students. No, one was talking about waking up at 5 a.m. or grinding 12 hours a day. They were talking about systems, strategy. And I realized something. I didn't have a money problem. I had an information problem. No one teaches you this stuff in school. They teach you how to be an employee, not how to build freedom. I grew up thinking success meant working hard, saving a little, retiring at 60. But what if I could flip the game? What if I could work smarter, not harder, and still win? That night, I asked myself one big question. What's the real difference between someone struggling and someone succeeding online? The answer shocked me. It wasn't money. It wasn't connections. It was knowledge. They simply knew what I didn't. Yet, so I made a promise to myself. Every day I'll learn one thing about making money online. One new skill. One new mindset shift. Just one. Every single day. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a strategy. But I had curiosity. I had hunger. And that's when my real journey started. Not with money in the bank, but with a question. In my mind, if they can do it, why can't I? Visuals. Clips of people succeeding online. Quick shots of successful YouTubers, digital marketers, and side hustles. Cut back to you watching. Rewinding videos. Taking notes. The next morning, I woke up with something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. I didn't know where to start. But I remembered that promise I made. Learn one new thing every day. So I searched how to make money online with zero investment, and boom, there it was. Affiliate marketing, dropshipping, print on demand, freelancing, YouTube automation, selling digital products, using AI tools to work faster. I was overwhelmed at first, but I didn't stop. I took out a notebook and started writing. I made a list of every idea I came across. I watched free videos, took free courses, read blog after blog. I realized that the internet was a gold mine, but most people never learn how to dig. The more I learned, the more I realized I didn't need a degree. I didn't need to be rich. I didn't even need to be an expert. I just needed Wi-Fi and willingness. So I picked one idea: affiliate marketing. I didn't try to make money on day one. I focused on understanding how it works. What's traffic? What's conversion? What's a landing page? How do you promote something? Without sounding salesy, that first week, I didn't earn a cent, but I learned more in 7 days than I did in years of school. For the first time ever, I felt like this was possible. I wasn't looking for fast money. I was building a foundation, a system. I wasn't chasing millions. I was chasing freedom, and step by step, click by click, things started to shift. I still remember the moment. It wasn't a big number, just 3 17s, but to me, it felt like $1 million. That tiny notification wasn't just money, it was proof. Proof that all of this learning, all the effort, wasn't for nothing. For the first time in my life, I had made money without a boss, without a job, and without even leaving my room. I didn't scream. I didn't jump around. I just stared at the screen and smiled. That was the turning point, because after that, I knew, if I can make $3, I can make $300. If I can make $300, I can make $3,000. The belief kicked in, and when belief hits, everything changes. I started doubling down, testing new strategies, building simple funnels, making content, using tools that automated things for me while I slept. Day by day, it added up. 3 became $17. $17 became $80. $80 turned into $300 in a weekend. My phone became my business partner. My laptop became my money machine. And the best part? I wasn't working harder, I was just getting smarter. I stopped trading time for money. Instead, I started creating systems that worked 24/7. While others were hustling 10 hours a day, I was building passive streams that paid me even when I took a break. And that's when I knew I'd never go back to the old way again. Fast forward 2 years. I'm not a millionaire in a suit. I'm not driving a Lamborghini or flexing stacks of cash. But here's what I am. I'm debt-free. I work on my terms. I make money in my sleep. And most importantly, I'm free. And I didn't get here by working 12 hours a day or grinding myself into burnout. I got here by learning the new rules of money, the digital rules. The world has changed. Money doesn't just come from jobs anymore. It comes from content, traffic, automation, value, and skills. If you're still stuck thinking the only way to earn is to work harder, you're playing an old game with old rules. I'm not smarter than you. I didn't have any money when I started. I didn't have any special connections. All I had was commitment. One decision. One belief. That I could figure it out. One step at a time. And if I can do it, you can too. The internet has leveled the playing field. You just need to learn how to use it. So if you're ready to break free, if you're ready to stop living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to start building income without burnout, then hit that subscribe button. Because in the next videos, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Step by step. No fluff, no hype, just real strategies that work. This channel isn't just about money, it's about freedom, and your journey can start today.